far as that goes. Um, things like that. And from like, we have, I think you call them warehouses. We have 4 locations. So in each location, how they're supposed to get their orders to me, and then how I send them out to the vendors from, Now, your system, now that I just said that, when I want to place an order to, say, McKesson, can that be done electronically through your system, or how does that work?
So you want to, so McKesson is a supplier?
I'm sorry?
McKesson is a supplier?
Yes.
You buy stuff from them? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, sure, you can create a purchase order and then create a PDF out of it and send them electronically a PDF. If you want to send them like an Excel spreadsheet or something like that, we could talk about that. I think, well, I don't know, Zach, is there a way on a PO now to export it at all in the utilities, or?
No, we primarily export to PDF format.
Okay. Well, so, yeah. You know what? Before I go down that road, because I don't want to get too confused with all this information. That looks like something that we can probably tackle or address later.
Okay.
But I just probably need to get a grasp on how to get these, how to order from the different locations first. Because I can always, if we don't have that part in place, I can still call in my orders or whatever I need to do. But you need to show us, because like I said, I think we got down pat how to put the items in the system, how to create items and things like that. Now we just need to know how they need to get their orders to me from the satellite locations, and things like that.
Okay, so I think what we want to use there is the quick order, Zach.
Okay. Okay, so from the top of the screen, if you click on orders, you can go to and select quick order.
And the only thing I'll add to this, if the users at the remote sites are primarily just entering orders, we can set the user up so that they automatically go right into the screen with their warehouse selected. So if it's a user at Snellville or Walton Place or Moe's Surgery, we can set their default warehouse to be that site and their default screen to be this. So when they log in, boom, they just go to their order screen.
Okay. Okay. I think I'm a little confused now. So.
Well, how are the orders getting generated? Do you want to do them based on replenishments, or do you want users to go in and actually place an order, or both?
They're not gonna. I don't want them to be able to place the order directly with the vendor. That's gonna be my responsibility. What I want them to be able to do is keep track of the inventory in each one of, like you said, you're calling them warehouses. We have basically four locations, 4 buildings, 4 standing buildings. Okay. And we have them listed here in your system as warehouses. It's Medical Plaza 1, Moe's Surgery, the Snellville office, and Walton Place. Okay, so I'm going to have team leads in each one of those locations that will let me know when they are low on something and when we need to order something. So
yeah, they don't even really need to do that. You can do that right from where you are. Because you can see their warehouses.
But in order to see their warehouses, somebody has to physically be scanning in what they use, and when they use something, they have to do something with it so we know where it's going, right?
That's correct. That's correct.
So that would be the responsibility of a lead person.
Right.
To be able to, so they would just let me know when something, or they would hit it when it's gone, and then I would get what we put like a minimum alert or something in the system.
Yes, you can set minimum and maximum amounts for your inventory. So, for example, here you can specify your reorder point, which is your minimum. So if you get down to 0, here is the default, but you can set that to 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever. And then you can also specify a fill to. So then the system can use that to either, you can run a report and see what you need to reorder, or you can generate purchase orders using one of the restocking utilities, such as the restocking purchase orders right here.
You have it here. Now, seeing what you have here, you got to like Snellville and the suppliers, Delasco. But that's the supplier. That's not telling me a specific item. So how would I mean?
Well, no, this is the item number up here at the top of the screen. So this is the item number. Here are the different warehouses or locations. And then here are the suppliers that each warehouse can reorder from. So you can specify a different supplier for different warehouses if needed. And you can also specify like a lead time and monthly demand and different parameters here as well to help with the calculations.
Okay.
So, I mean, just the way this make the reorder point something, Zach. Let's actually fill this out. So just do 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever.
You pull this reorder point. Where did you pull that from? Reorder points for that item number.
These are just the defaults in the system.
They're user manageable values. So each item can have a different value. If you use a lot of something and it's very important, then you might have a really high reorder point. 200 or 500 or whatever.
Right, I understand that, but I'm saying my question is, how do we get to you went into orders, right?
Yeah, go back, sir, because it kind of happened in the background.
Okay, so you went to orders, then you went to quick order, right?
No. I'm sorry. We've jumped. So
okay.
What you're looking at now is just the regular item master list for your data. So these are all your items, okay?
Okay.
And then one of the columns there is the reorder level column for each item. So for each item you can set reorder points.
Okay. Okay, so just go to the master list. Okay, I got you. So, all right. So you just clicked on one of them. And it automatically let me know what the supplier is.
Yeah, I don't know if Felicia sets suppliers up for your items or not, or if we just have one supplier in the system, or.
There's 5 or 6 suppliers that are in there.
Right. Yep, there you go.
Okay.
I'll let you minimize it.
That's
what took it away?
Yeah.
All right, so does that make sense now that each item has reorder points and fill tos? And you have to manually go in and set those. Or I think the utility actually does that, right, Zach? If the item master import utility has the reorder point and the...
Yes, you can set up defaults through that, and you can also, if you go to edit the item, I believe it's under here, you can set up the defaults for all the different, like the minimum and the maximum and economic order.
But you have to do that per item. Is that correct?
Yes, or you can do it in the import spreadsheet as well.
Okay, so let me actually do one. So just walk me through it. Let's go back. I'm gonna pull one of my Give me 1 second here. So, hello? Hello?
Yep.
I was trying to click on it to see. I actually wanted to try to go through it and do one.
We can give you the keyboard and mouse if you want to do it on Zach's screen, or you can do it on your own screen if you want.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm clicking on, so I click on reorder level, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then, do I just go here on the reorder point?
Yeah.
That's your minimum.
Reorder point is the minimum. So, and that's for each warehouse. So I set that for each warehouse, right?
Right.
Yes.
Okay. I get that.
You can just type in a number too. You don't have to use
Oh, okay. So the now the minimums, how long is that, for a month, or or what?
No,
Is
no,
that
it's
what the
just
lead
one. It's your perpetual inventory. So as people are consuming the item at, in this case, Snellville, when the inventory drops below that reorder point and somebody runs a report saying what do I need to order, the report's going to say your current inventory is not, if the reorder point is 10 and you say you reach 9, it's going to show you that you have 9 and you need to order whatever the quantity is to the fill-to amount.
Now, do we put, is there a place to put cases, boxes, or does it default as cases? That we are, do we,
The reorder works in the same unit of measure that you would normally use. So if you normally order in cases, then it will reorder in cases. If you normally reorder that item in bottles, it will reorder it in bottles. You can also specify the economic order. So if you're ordering in a smaller unit of measure than you track or something like that. So if you're ordering by the case, but you track it in inventory as like 6 items in the case or something like that, you can specify the economic order to be 6. That way you only reorder in quantities of 6 or things of that nature. And then that will basically reorder in, if your fill to is like 20 and your reorder point is 2, and your economic order is set to 6, that will then just order 18 items there. Alternatively, if your economic order was like 3, it would order, again, 18. If it was 5, it would only order 15 because it can only fit, 3 of those full cases into that space between the 2 and the 20.
okay, the fill to, that's the maximum?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's all right. So when I place, that's the most I want to order when I place, when I place my order, that's what what does that
That's
tell
the
me?
maximum amount that you want to be in your inventory after the order is placed and fulfilled.
Okay. All right. And, I need to change these.
And that is doing the picking? Because that's the supply.
Yeah.
So if you save the reorder points, and then if we go back and look at the inventory that's in stock, if there's no inventory in stock for those parts, it should order, suggest creating POs to replenish the inventory. You need the economic order quantity to be 1, at least 1.
Tell me about the economic order quantity to me one more time.
It's what,
So that's
what
the,
you order in groups of, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's what you order in groups of. So if you get like a price break at ordering 5 of something, then and you only want to order in groups of 5, then you would put an economic order quantity of 5. If you don't get any price breaks, I mean, I would just use an economic order quantity of 1, and then you just order what you need to order. But if you get a price break at, for a dozen or 2 dozen, then you use that value for your economic order quantity, so you're always getting a price break when you buy from the vendor. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so right now you've got the reorder point as 1, so when you get down to the last item, you're going to order in groups of 1 until you get to 2. So basically you're going to order 1. When you get to 1, you're going to order 1, so you have 2.
Okay.
If you wanted to have 10, then you'd have a fill to of 10.
Right. Okay. Yeah, we don't use, let me go through one case a month. So yeah, that's about right. I don't want more than 2.
Okay, so Zalman, I think we're still having a case level discussion here. You're thinking that you're ordering cases here?
Yes.
Of this item?
Yes.
Okay, we just need to make sure that, I don't know if that works like that, Zach, or...
It depends on the measure set.
This particular item I ordered on case.
This is the distilled water, I believe, is this item. Mm-hmm. So if we look at the unit of measure, it's set to case, yes, so that's fine.
Okay, so do we have any in stock? Oh, we did.
We have 50 in stock, so.
Are they all in one place?
Well, that can't be correct.
That's those fake numbers.
Yeah.
This is the testing site, so I believe this was done last month, and I don't know if it's 100% accurate here.
Yeah.
It looks like we did the import 5 times. So, but I mean, since we have the other warehouses, we can run the reorder report, and it should suggest that we order some for the other sites.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so you can see here we have 0 available, and it's putting in a reorder of 1, fill to 2, and then a reorder quantity of 2 here. And this is the PO number it would generate.
Okay. Now, how did it come up with 0 available?
It's looking at this location in the warehouse. So if we go back to the locate move screen, I'll just open that in a new tab. Actually, hang on. Well, yeah, you can see here we don't have anything in this warehouse at all. So we don't have anything in the MOHS surgery location at all. So that's why it's generating the reorder value, because, well, there's nothing in this warehouse right now. So.
Right, the warehouse is empty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so all the stuff that we put on the master inventory, we have to separate those items out into each warehouse?
Yeah, I
No,
think we'll
well,
need to run the. I think we'll need to run the import again because I think the initial import put everything into the Snellville warehouse. So,
Okay. Yeah,
so we can always clear that out and then rerun that.
Each one of these items will be ordered for each. Now there may be a different amount that we order for per location, but all of these will be ordered for each location. We usually those items.
Right. But initially, we have to get what their current inventory is, a baseline
Okay.
for each
They
warehouse.
actually have them now.
Right.
Okay. So I have to actually go around and do a physical inventory and all my. Okay.
Right, and you can do that through an Excel spreadsheet, Zalman, through that import utility. That might be the easiest way to do it, is just output the Excel
But I actually
spreadsheet.
have to go in and count it first, though, right? Before I can put it into a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Well, that's correct,
well,
but I'm just saying that the easiest way for them to do the data entry is probably right into that Excel spreadsheet. And then we can import that spreadsheet back in.
And so, where is that? Okay.
I know where it is, but it tells you like.
So if you pick a warehouse,
Don't you just, if you click on the inventory import template, is that where you put the information?
well,
yes,
it's not
you
going
can
to show
use
you.
this. You can use this spreadsheet as a basis to develop the import. I believe we actually had an import spreadsheet already. We can email you that one as well if you'd like to edit that or build upon that one.
So the export's not working, Zach? Is that the...
No, it's just that stupid warehouse control at the top of the page. I don't even know why that's there, to be quite honest. The export master catalog takes you to a different page to export the current inventory.
Okay.
So I don't know what that actually does.
So can you go and do the actual export?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot more items than that.
Hang on, it's just it just has to import it. So then here's the current inventory, that we have imported into the system. So here's all the different item numbers, descriptions, all the information we currently have, and then on the far right we have the in-stock amounts, which in this will all be zeroed out because when you import, it will automatically receive any in-stock amounts you have here. So you can just go through this spreadsheet, fill out the in-stock amounts for each one of these items, and then import that into the system. And then that will set up your initial inventory. And on the far left side, you can adjust your warehouse. So we can change that to from Snellville to MOHS Surgery or any of the other warehouses, and then you can import that into the different warehouses.
Okay.
So Zalman, what I'm saying, if you were to hide like columns D through, I forget what the column is right next to in stock, and then send that to your different sites, it would give them a really simple item ID description and quantity, and they just have to go through and fill out the quantity. So if we hid D through AB,
if it just kind of went away, then you would just be able to see the. Okay.
so I can't get control, but if somebody grabbed column D and then all the way to AB, and then hid them. Right. Now, if you send that to each place and just ask them to fill in column AC with what's in stock for each of those items, we can import that back in.
Okay. Can we, all right, now, can we leave this like this? Or is it, when I go out, is it going to jump back to the, okay.
No, you can save it. You can do file save as and then save it.
Okay.
Right, Zach? I mean, I'm not saying anything.
Nothing.
No, it's all. Yeah, you can just change the quantities pretty much, and
Right, right. So this should be nice and simple for, I mean, and the other thing you could do is if people didn't want to actually enter the values, they could just, like in column AD, write in the number and then fax it back to you or something. And then, you know, somebody else could do the data entry, but this is pretty
Can I print
simple.
this out the way it is now? The
Sure.
spreadsheet? Okay.
Sure.
Because I'll probably have to actually go to each office and do the physical inventory myself right now because I don't have it set up where I have my teams in place to be able to do that yet.
Okay.
So probably what I need to do is just print this out, print one of these out for each location. I'll just go do my physical inventory and then I can come back and add it.
But just keep in mind, you know, that this is intended to be a perpetual inventory. So when you do the inventory, we need to get this loaded up like right away.
Right.
And then you need to have your team in place so they start receiving and issuing right away so that things don't get out of sync.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we can do this. We can do this like location by location. You don't need to do them all at the same time. So if you want to start in Snellville or Mose or whatever, and then roll this out, that's what I would do. You know, just start at one location and get that one location working right, and then go to the next one.
I think that's what we need to do because we're looking at it too big and we're overwhelming ourselves. That's a good idea.
You need to keep this really simple. And
okay, yeah. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better because y'all was scaring me this one.
You know, you'll get yourself really overwhelmed if you try to do this all, like drop it like a bomb. You know, I would do this in your office. I'm not quite sure which office you're in, but I would start in your office.
Okay.
And then so you're not running around building to building all the time. You know, and you and Felicia get this all worked out, and then you can go and do the next one. It'll be really easy to do the next one.
Okay.
I was going to ask a question. Can you walk through real quick how to import this, that, or is that what you guys would do?
No, you can do it.
Okay, how do you do it?
So Zach, I would change a couple of those numbers.
Well, I don't want to overwrite anything, but
well, you're just in their dev system. I mean, and you.
Yeah. Okay, so to re-import it back into the system, from the top of the screen, if you select Utilities and then Import and Export, it'll bring you to this screen. And then you simply just choose the file. Now I have to find it.
Just do the list and then sort it by recent.
What was the name of the file?
Should be Warehouse Update.
3.xls. Okay, so it should be down at the bottom, I guess. Try that one. Okay, and then once you've selected it, you just hit Load Inventory.
Oh, okay.
And then it'll give you this message because I don't have this set up to work on my local machine, but but you guys should be able to import this straight in from your computer there.
And so what did you do to start this?
So to export a copy, you just use the Export Master Catalog.
Okay.
So
And that
once you
would-
click that, you can select a warehouse and just export the inventory for that warehouse or export the items list for that warehouse. Then you can just modify that list and re-import it.
So we know how to do it. We know how to get the items in. So we
About
get,
the receiver then. When you get
yeah. So when we get items in, and then what do we need to do to receive it into the system?
Just what I showed you with the import and export page. You select the file, and
No. I think they're asking a different question, Zach. I think,
Yeah.
Zalmo, you're saying like when you guys do a PO receive of items that are coming into your warehouse from like
Yeah. I order an item and it comes in. How do I check it in? If I ordered 8 cases of gloves and 4 cases of...
so if you generated a purchase order, on the purchase, I'll just create a dummy record here real quick. So if you create a purchase order, you can add lines to the purchase order. Once you have the lines on the purchase order, you have it all filled out. You can specify your number of units, your costs, and everything. Once you have this all set up, you can click the Receive button on the upper right of this screen to receive in a purchase order. So then it will ask you, would you like to receive this, just as a confirmation. I'll just click OK. And then you can see in this system, I think we have purchase order approvals turned on, so it wouldn't let us go to the next step. So if I come back to the header, I'll just have to, we don't have anybody set up here in the system yet. So normally you could just click receive, and then instead of this error message, it will take you over to the receive stock page. What was that, Ben?
just turn off PO approvals quick.
Okay. Just got to remember where that setting's at.
Cool.
Okay, so now I can click the receive button. And now it'll take us over to the receiving screen. You can see we have the item ID, the description, and the number of units here. And then it has the default location is dock set up right there. You can also select another location if you set up other sub-locations within your warehouses. And then we'll have the purchase order reference over here. So then we can save this if we made any changes. And if you're making any changes, you can do like a partial receive. So if it came in 2 shipments, you can mark half of it as received, half of it to be received later. And once you have this grid all filled out correctly, you would just hit the receive button. And then you'll get this message that asks you if you would like to complete the purchase order. And I'll just click OK. And then now we'll get the message that the items were received into the system successfully, the purchase order was completed, and we'll also get the option to print any labels that were generated by the order. So if you have like serial numbers or any other information that you want to automatically or print out on a label maker, you can do that right there. And now if we go back to the item master list, we should see an extra 5 units. Yep, right here for the glove PF nitrile utility. And then if I click on that, we can see the purchase order reference right there on the item.
But you can just do direct receives too.
So
If
for that,
yeah.
it's the same way. You just skip the purchase order step, so you can just select your items right here and receive them in.
If you did like a physical inventory or a cycle count or something like that, you could just come in and manually adjust your inventories.
And the system has different reason codes to track the different transactions.
Okay, so let's play with this system for one quick second. I actually have an order. I want to place a real order, like as if I was really placing an order, because I got some items I need to order anyway. And I want to just kind of see how this is going to work out.
Sure, no problem.
So, do I have control, or do I tell you what I need to do, what I need to order?
I think you have control.
Okay, so first, if I need to go into my inventory, or
Nope, orders.
I'm trying to get to, right?
Yep, sorry, I was just clearing the transaction quickly.
Go to orders, Simon.
Orders. Okay.
No. You need to create a purchase order. So go to orders.
Okay.
And then create purchase order.
I'll write it down.
Okay. All right.
I'm recording this too, so you guys can rewatch this.
Oh.
All right. So then I want to order.
You need to pick the supplier. See how it's a pull-down list over on the right, Solomon? There you go.
Okay. And it's going to be shipped to my logo. Okay.
Do you have anybody at the supplier that you direct the order to? You know, like John Doe or Ben Smith or?
Yeah, it's Drew. You mean my sales rep?
Yeah. Supplier attention. Supplier attention would be Drew probably then.
Okay.
I think that's all that's required for this screen. You can fill in any other fields that you need to.
Okay. So the main thing is I need to pick a supplier, possibly supplier attention, something there, and then the location, ship to location, right?
Right. And then you just click save, and that'll create the PO number. See how it filled in the top PO 150002?
I got you.
Okay. Now what you do is you go to the line items tab on the top.
Okay.
And this is where you say what you're going to order from them. So now you start adding lines.
You just click add line.
Yep. And then you pick the item ID. Or you can search for it if you...
Yeah, because this got to be more on here than this, right?
Well, there's 4 pages. If you look down at the very bottom, there's 93 different items. So we're showing just the first page of 4.
Okay.
So rather, if you know what the item ID is, you can just fill it in at the top and say find.
Okay. Do I have to? Can I just put in type the name of it, or do I actually have to have the ID number?
You can do either.
Yeah.
If you change the search over to the description, you can search on the description.
That's probably enough. You can just search on that.
Okay. So we don't have.
Do we need a wild card in there, Zach? Or?
No, it might not be in the system. We only have 93 items or so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I probably didn't add that one yet. Let's find another one that we've added.
Is special in there, Zach?
Order.
I don't know.
How do you do the one-time buy?
That's a system option that has to be enabled.
Okay, so I'm going to order these for my Snellville office. So do I just click on the item ID?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then you change the units to however many you want.
I'm going to order 2 cases. Now, if this price is incorrect, should I change it?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
How do I? It's 1625. How do I?
You can just put your cursor right on the, yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Zach, help me out. What's the difference between units and PO units?
So if you order in a different, like a unit of measure, then you track in internally. So if I order by the case of 25 and I track them by individual items in my system, you can do the conversion at this step.
Okay, so this particular item I ordered by the case. Each case, they're exam case. So when you bust open the case, there's individual case that have to be put on. So that's I guess the only way to really order it is by the case. I can't order these each.
Mm-hmm.
So how should I?
You can, for the unit of measures, you can set up different unit of measures. So for the number of individual items in the case, so let's say the case comes with 10 items, you could specify that as the unit of measure. And then when you bring that in, I'll just click Save real quick, and you'll be able to see we'll be getting 20 units into our inventory, but we're only ordering 2 units on the purchase order. Okay?
It's
I
2
think it's something like. So on the unit of measure, so let's go back to that. Because so say if it's like a 200 case in a box, or well, it's more like a box, not a case. Okay, so we need to change that back to case, and because the units is wrong here. So I want to actually get this as close to the real thing as possible. So what do I need to do? Well, you saved it as you changed the unit of measure to case 10, and then it changed my units here. So I don't want that.
That's fine. Let me just change that back here, and click Save, and it'll redo the calculation.
Okay. Now, if this is how I want it, I mean, if this is what I want to place an order for, what do I click next?
Well, the order is already here in place. At this point, once you're completed with adding items to your order, you can send a PDF of the. Click right there. You can open the preview PDF, and you can send that to your supplier. So here's just one of the sample ones. These can be modified as needed, and this will just give a quick totals and amounts right here. So you can send this over to them, and then they can fulfill this and send you back, a proper invoice with all the exact charges and stuff on it. And after they've sent you the product and you have it and it's ready to be received, you can just click on the Receive button, and from there you can start bringing the stock.
Zach, if you go back to the PDF.
Mm-hmm. So you click on this little thing that says Open to make the PDF, right? Yeah.
Yeah, right there with the open preview.
Yeah.
Go ahead, click as a, or did you? Okay, so what you can do is just click, it's a PDF, so you can just attach it to an email. So you lost that toolbar, Zach, but you should be able to.
Yeah, it comes back as soon as you move your mouse. So you can download that right in the upper right-hand corner. You can also print it directly.
I'm surprised the attach isn't in there, but I guess it doesn't matter.
It depends on the web browser and what type of email clients you have installed on the computer.
Right. So if you download it, go ahead and download it, Zach. So you could call it, we don't fill in the name, but you could give it that PO number, .pdf.
So actually, I actually want to send this to my my sales rep. I have his email.
Yeah, sure. So go ahead then.
Because I actually want to place this order for real. So,
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
You'll have to open it up on your computer, and then you can.
Well, no, I mean we could just use your Outlook, Zach.
I don't have Outlook installed on this. I only have it in my virtual machine, so.
Well, you could go to Outlook anywhere, right? I mean, I guess where we could flip it.
Why does it say supplier unassigned on the PO?
It's just the item ID that we picked. Yeah.
No, that's the supplier part number. So, if your supplier has their own unique part number, you can enter those into the system into the vendor catalog. So that way, you know, if you track it with different item IDs, they can see what it's supposed to be on their end.
So should we just flip this around if you don't want to do it on yours, Zach, to do it on Zalman's side?
Yeah, we can do that.
What do I need to do? Should I click show my screen?
Yeah.
Did I do something wrong?
I don't think so.
I'm not seeing anything.
Well, you have to go into Internet Explorer or Chrome. I guess Chrome is probably preferred. Do you have Chrome? Firefox at work. Firefox at work too.
Okay, I'm in Firefox.
So yeah, you want to go to dev.cissLTD.com/test under Gwinnett in the URL bar up there.
Go to what?
DEV.
Dot.
CISSLTD.com/test_Gwinnett. I think you're probably going to have to move that up to the URL bar. Will that work? I don't know. I guess you can click the arrow there. Do me a favor, Zalman, just cut and paste what's to the right of the Yahoo there and put it up top in the URL bar.
Okay.
There you go. Copy that. and then put it up top, yeah. And then just hit, there you go.
Did I log back in?
Yep. So if you go under orders again, and then purchase orders, there you go. You'll see your order there. Okay. So if you click on that order.
Just hit right here, that order.
Yep.
Click on that.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you do the preview. Should we turn on that notifications then?
Yeah, that will get rid of the message if you.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you know the supplier part number?
No, I don't.
Or don't you? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So
I got the item number. This is the item number here. So that's all I care about, as long as they know what, you know. I don't keep up with all this.
Okay. So you can download it, or I don't know if those arrows are gonna. Sometimes you can attach it right to an email right here. It looks like print, download.
Download.
What do those two arrows do?
One is the download. That's the download. And current view.
Yeah, you don't want that. What are those two arrows? Oh, tools. Click on tools and see if there's an email attachment there. No.
No.
So if you just download it,
Okay, so download it.
yeah.
Let's see.
Yep, that's fine. Yeah, now you can email it. And you can remember the choice if you want to in the future, so it won't give you that pop-up. And then you just type Drew.
Subject.
There you go.
Okay. All right.
He's got it.
Feel good about that.
So we could automate that too.
Okay. What else? You got any more questions for me? Okay. So I think we learned today how to download an order, how to send it, how to do a purchase order, send, receive. I think that's enough for today. I don't want to overwhelm us.
Yeah, that's fine. You know, like I said, I recorded this, so I'll upload it to YouTube and send you a link so you can watch it again.
Okay. All right.
And then, you know, what I would suggest is we do another one in a couple days and just review it again.
Okay, I'm good with that.
And then, you know, maybe we don't need to bother Zach. I can probably do pretty simple training. And oh, the other thing, hold on just a sec. Let me take control here. Oh, I lost my control. Hold on just a sec.
You didn't get this. Now there.
So one of the questions you had initially was barcoding.
Yes.
Okay. So
track it.
right. There's a couple different things you can do. If you want to use your smartphone,
No.
they make Bluetooth scanners that work with your smartphone.
Yeah. I'd rather use another device. I don't want to use my personal phone, no.
Okay. So they also make devices like these that you can get that will run the mobile application on them. Okay. And they have built-in barcode scanners in them.
Okay.
And then using Wi-Fi or cellular, you're running the application right on these devices. And then you can receive an issue and receive against a purchase order. I don't think you can create purchase orders, right, Zach?
From mobile, no.
Right.
You can only process existing ones.
I would need one of these scanners in each office, correct?
Basically, right. That's basically what you would need.
Because that's how they're going to let me know that we are, that they've taken an item, and then it'll shoot it to the system, which lets me know that I'm at my minimum or whatever, and it's time to order.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Right. And then when they receive them, they hit, they scan them, and then it lets me know. Then it replenishes my stock in the system.
Exactly. And
I think that's probably going to be the system we need to adopt. But we're not at the scan yet. We're not at that point yet where we need to, I guess, make that decision on which one.
Okay. Okay.
But I do think that this is going to be what we need once we learn the system and get it up and all right.
Okay.
So when is the next? When are we going to meet again?
You let me know. I can do something tomorrow or Friday. This is Wednesday, right? Tomorrow or Friday or Monday. You tell me.
Give me 1 day to get that item I just ordered. It was only one item, but I actually may order a couple more today. I might play with that and see if I can order a couple more. Give me a 4 hours to get those in, and so let's meet Friday, and then I can kind of go over how that went, and we can, when the order comes in, just kind of talk about how it went and stuff.
Okay. And if you have any trouble creating the PO, just call me back, and we'll do another quick go-to meeting.
Okay. So. Okay. So can we go ahead and schedule the go-to meeting now? Let's say Friday at 10. Friday at 10 o'clock.
Okay. You got it.
All right.
I'll show you my calendar. Let me see what I got on Friday at 10. No, Friday at 10 is good.
Okay. All right. Well, since you're in there, you just shoot me the go-to meeting.
I will.
All right. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Felicia.
All right.
Thanks, Zach. Thanks, Zach.
Yep. Have a good one.
All right. See you.